least this side doesn't have a curb. This is pretty cool though. Had to cut through some ledge in here. This is definitely a little more slippery in here. You can hear I'm feathering that throttle. Kind of lean forward a little bit here. I hope it's not throwing the camera off, but I'm trying to get a little more weight on that front tire. Got the battery packs on the back tire there. Little snowman off to the side here. I'm looking off to the side and almost wiped out. Not the only one that came down here. There is another bike mark here. Coming out to another street. All right, says we're on the Goffstown Rail Trail here. So we have made it into Goffstown. So we'll go over. Might as well keep going. Definitely not going to be passable if we get 6 inches of snow though. So good thing I'm getting this in now. I'm also trying to use the throttle to keep my feet up. Got my feet at 3 and 9. And I got slush all over my shoes, so hopefully it's working. I keep my feet out of the wetness here. Another road. And it cleared up a little bit. It's because we got nice farmland over there. I actually think I know where I am. I think we're coming up on the women's prison, which will be over to the left of us. So, you know, I got to keep talking here. So let's talk about that X-Peak that's coming. I've got pedals in my cart. I've got a bar extender in my cart. I've got handlebars in my cart, and I think I changed my mind on the handlebars. I showed you the other ones on one of them, and I think I changed my mind. They're a little bit cheaper, but that's not the reason why. The other bar had that crossbar in it, which was great, but it was skinny, and I don't know if I could get anything to mount to that bar. So I just thought it probably wasn't a good choice. I put another conventional BMX bar in there. I know I can mount the extender and stuff on that and get what I need for the bars, so that's what I think we'll be doing. So we got that. I think I'm going with a blue theme is what I've decided to accent gray. It looks more like gray and charcoal on the bike, or silver and charcoal. I don't know, I saw some pictures of it. It's different from the bike that they had that was a non-production bike, let's put it that way. So this building we're coming up on is the women's prison. So if you're bad and you're a woman, you come to this place. So there used to be, there was barns and stuff here, which they're still here. And they used to do farming here and stuff for them, keep them busy. But I don't know, I think nowadays it's, you know, I don't know, do they consider it like, because they got to work, it's, you know, against their rights or something? I don't know. I don't know anything about it, but I know they don't work anymore. Which, if I was in prison and I had the opportunity to work, I think I'd want to work. Yeah, I definitely know where I am. My niece, by marriage, is up in Goffstown here. Looking down at my shoes, man, they are wet. Got mud all over them. I knew the streets to get back. I might consider taking the streets back because I don't know if I want to do this on the way back. I don't know. I like to get moving here. Get some miles in. We've only got almost 11 miles. So here I am. I'm moving along pretty fast here on this, considering we've got the snow crap. But it's thawed out or something under it, and I've got traction. So anyway, so what else do I got for that XP coming? We talked about pedals, the handlebars. I got hand grips already. Got those at the house. I got directionals at the house. Those all came from China. So I got those. Saved some good money on them by getting them through LA Express. I remembered it this time. Looks like we're going to have to cross a main road here. So today, I don't know if you noticed that I don't have that ex-nito helmet thing on today. I've got a regular hat, so it's much warmer. My ears are actually too warm. So we got pavement for 1 second. Oh, there we go. It's that mud that's slippery. That's what's slippery, I think. Yeah, we definitely get some derailleur issues here. But they need to be adjusted once in a while. That's normal. I think I actually upgraded the derailleur on this one too. I think this has got the Atlas derailleur on it, if I remember right. Well, like I said, you know, upgrade. I think they're a whole like $3 more than the ones that come on the bike. So derailleurs are crazy. I've seen, get the SRAMs there, and you can pay $300, $400, $500 for those. That's a derailleur. I mean, I don't get it. Oh, this thing's gonna continue to go along the road here. I might jump on the road so I get out of the mud. The thing that could be screwing up the derailleur is getting all the sand in it. I actually think I'm going to try to jump up on the road here. I know I'm a wimp getting off the rail trail. But I got a lane here and it's pavement. I'd rather be on pavement than that mud. I think we'll just stay up here. Let's go get lost, guys. I don't know if the rail trail's still over there, so. But now we're taking off, we're doing 27 miles an hour, so. Of course it's a little cooler, but I don't mind. Like I said, at least we're getting out here today and we're getting another ride in. And I got another video to cut up, so. I think this will get me until I'm going away, I guess. And I don't know. If I get another ride in, maybe get a ride on that X-Peak, I don't know. We'll have something to do. If not, maybe I'll rent a bike in San Diego and we'll do a ride out there. I'm definitely going to look into renting bikes, but I'm going out there to see my daughter, and that's really what it's going to be about. But if I get a bike ride in, I will. She is taking a week off so that she can be with us, and we're going to see the San Diego Zoo and do all that good stuff. Went over that stick there, looking at my tire going, I mean, I shouldn't have anything poked into it, but I'm like, Christ, I didn't bring a tube today. It means I got to repair it, which isn't a big deal. Yep, there's a rail trail there, but it is still really snowy down there, guys, so Pretty sure they got more snow out here than we had in Manchester, which is typical because when you start going west, they get more snow than we do to the east. At least I got something to ride on here. I don't feel like I'm right on top of the cars. Some of these roads I am. And I still feel raindrops. Oh, you know what? I might have felt some dirt in that one, so maybe it's kicking off the wheel. I don't think so, though. I mean, it's definitely dark over my head here, so. Got a rotary down here. It's slowing traffic down. They call these calming devices, so they put them in places here and there to calm people down. Now I got storage drains, which always make the interesting to ride. Let's put it that way. You always got to have them lower than the road you're on. I just thought of something. I didn't bring my battery packs backups for the camera, so means they'll cut out on me before long. But I've still got some good time on them. But yeah, it's raining. I see windshield wipers on. So at some point here, I think I'm going to turn around. Because if I'm going to run out of camera anyways, I'm probably not going to love that. And I'm running out of sidewalk here too, whatever you want to call it. Not sidewalk, but road. This looks like a good place to turn around. The other side of the road doesn't have much lane either. There we go. Back to the lane, almost. I was going to run the battery pack on these cameras and then realized I can't plug into these cameras. I can to the one that's on my neck, but I can't on the one that's on the handlebars. I got to buy an adapter for it because I have the mic adapter on that. So checking to see if my mics are there, which they are. I could use another gear in this thing though. I got a 58 tooth front, an 11 sprocket on the back, doing 32 miles an hour, and I've still got pedal, but barely. Let's put it that way. I mean, I don't know if you could get a smaller gear than 11 anyway, so the only thing I could do is increase the sprocket on the front a little bit more, and you would have to probably put one of those, the old things where we used to go from 5 speeds to 10 speeds, and then they put a third one on the front crank, so we had 15 speeds, and I could probably do that. But the problem is I've looked into it, and I can't find a setup like that with bigger gears on it. I'll run smaller gears. I don't want to run smaller gears. It's probably out of the question unless I can find it. I did see this German gear. I was watching Area 13, and he was doing this trike bike, but the wheels are in the back. He was pedaling this thing at like 50 miles an hour, and I had this German gear on it. So I went to the website, and it was very confusing as far as the crank size for the whole. They had different sizes, and I'd really have to look into it, but I was kind of interested into the gear because it was variable and it was electronic. It was pretty cool, but I bet you it was expensive. I'd spend the money on the right bike. This is where I think about where we jumped off the rail trail, but I could be wrong. No, it is coming up here. So I'm glad I batteried up though, because it's got a lot of traffic on this road, but I've got a good lane here, so that's all I care about. But to Russ's Wright's point, you know, you want to get out here and play in traffic, it's much better to be going along at a reasonable speed. So I'm at 30, almost 32 miles an hour. People are passing me, they're probably doing 40, 45, so I'd rather be hit by a car and to have only 10 miles difference in the speed than, you know, have them hit me at 45 and I'm standing still. You're gonna go for a ride, that's for sure, but the impact's not there, and the impact's what's gonna kill you. So again, back to the XP, because we keep wandering off the subject here. So I got the directionals. I'm trying to think what else I want to get for that. I've got the battery, because obviously it's going to use the same batteries. In fact, this bike runs 2 of those batteries that are going. One of them's going on that bike. I've got more batteries. I've got 4 of these batteries, so plenty of battery. I got the battery mount, got the battery balancer. Good there. Got ready for the battery anyways, but we're not going to do that right away. I want to, like I said, I want to ride that thing. I want to get, I don't know, a good couple rides in. I say that, and then I can't hold back, and I'll have to put the stuff on, but I'm going to try. I'm going to try to hold back, guys, before I start customizing it. So now that we're on the road, we just hit 16 miles. What else am I going to get for that bike? Probably not buying a water bottle holder, because I run this one on all my bikes for the most part. Like I said, I like it up on the handlebars. Don't need water as much this time of year, that's for sure. But during the summer, this is where we cross the road. So I'm going to avoid the rail trail here. Keep moving on the road. That guy definitely wasn't steering around me. A girl. I think it was an older woman. Not that she was that close, but, you know, why be a foot off of somebody when you can go around and be 2 feet off of somebody? So the prison's coming up again, the women's prison. So this time we're going to be on this side of it. I bought a truck here once. It's the Hillsborough County Complex. So they don't call it a prison, they call it a complex. That sounds nicer. Tell you, hoofing along at 30 miles an hour here is making my feet cold. Probably because they're wet, but I don't think they're really wet. Again, I don't have my battery-operated socks on. So I hope this X-Peak, like this thing here, we're cruising along. You know, going up a little hill now, we've slowed down to 26 miles an hour, whatever, 25. Well, we were going along 32 miles an hour there. That motor was still somewhat engaged, because I can tell when the motorcycle drops out. You hit 27 miles an hour on that thing, and boom, that thing is gone. So, trying to get through this intersection. It's kind of a highway there, so I don't even think motor vehicles, bicycles are allowed up there, but I could be wrong. We're gonna go through the town here. That road that we just passed might not be a highway, but people are doing 65 miles an hour on that thing all the time, so it certainly looks like a highway when you're on it. It's divided. So I'm contemplating on buying a lift for the garage to work on the bikes and stuff. I don't know, I have to consider moving stuff to Florida when we go too, so it doesn't take up a lot of room. It folds pretty flat. It's hydraulic, so put the bike on it, pump the thing up. It's a motorcycle lift is what it is, but looking at the thing going, oh, that'd be really nice to work on the bikes, so. Not that I do a lot of work on the bikes, but it's much easier. Like there was a staging bench or whatever that I used on that Bleed the Brake video. it worked out pretty good. It was a good height to work on it, so definitely thinking about it. So Harbor Freight has these things. You use the coupons and everything, and you can get this thing for, I think it was like $350 after you get the coupons and stuff. So, see, if you were in Florida or something, they have bike lanes that I could be in that outside lane there, being, you know, with traffic, but no, I'm in a right-hand turn lane and I gotta go straight, so. See what I mean? Not that the snowbanks are really here, but there's hardly any snowbank and they're still coming out into the road, so that's why when we get, you know, half a foot of snow, there's nowhere for me to ride. I mean, look at here. I gotta get out onto the road there. You know what they do? So you got the sidewalk, right? I love these freaking manhole covers. Yeah, we're blowing this one. I ain't stopping. You got the sidewalk here, so they plow the road and they plow all the snow into the road. Then they have the plow go through that does the sidewalk and it plows all the snow back out into the road. And that's after the plows have all gone home because they don't do the sidewalks till the day after the snow. They push it all back out on the road. It's freaking stupid. I don't know why they don't have like a snow blower. Some towns do. And they snow blow it into the garages and stuff. I mean, into the garages, into the yards. Probably pisses people off, but I'd like it better. So yeah, you know, got these snowbanks to contend with when the winter gets here. That's why I keep saying that if we get too much snow, I'm done riding because I'm not going to endanger myself. Been doing these computer video things, and they've been going over pretty good. I'm getting the most amount of hits on them, to tell you the truth, out of anything I've done. I just did one on a new bike by E-Cycles. That one's doing really good. In fact, the owner of E-Cycles called me personally, and we had a little chat. He wasn't, you know, if you guys watch the video, I don't think I said anything bad about his bikes. He immediately started out saying that I was lying, and I was like, what am I lying about? He said, well, you said my bikes were built in the same, in the same factory as the wired bikes, and they're not being built in the same factory as the wired bikes. And I was like, okay, I never said that. And he's like, yes, you did, you know, but I didn't say it. It was actually another guy that said it. So he was confused about that, but I actually think I wanted to go that way. I am kind of lost here, to tell you the truth, but we'll just, like I said, we'll get lost together. For some reason, I think I should have gone that way. Maybe not. Yeah, so he said that I had said that, and I didn't. And even if I did, I mean, you know what it was he said later on to me that, because he had called me back that night, and I said, look, I just want to tell you, sir, I listened to watched the video. I said, I never said that. He said, well, you know, they might be coming out of the same factory, but they got them made at my factory. So I was like, okay, well, that's basically saying they are coming out of the same factory, but I don't know. So he told me they were the same motor. Yeah, I mean, if I was a car, would you have done that? He said they were the same motor because when I looked at the specs, his was 1200, wired bikes was 1500. So I actually put, and this was what he was really mad about too, was I put in that they were different motors, and he said they're not. It's the same motor. And so, you know, if you're interested in one of these bikes, he's saying they're the same motor. Like I said I'd still be interested in the bike anyways. He's saying they're the same motor. I honestly don't know that for sure. I'm not saying that he's full of crap, but I don't know that for sure. I think Wired may have these motors specially made for them. I could be wrong. I don't know. I asked him to send me the specs. He said the specs are all online. Of course, when I did that video, the specs that are online now were not the specs that were there. So they've gone back in and they've improved the specs on the bike. So it gives a much more detailed. I told him, I said, you know, it's very vague that was on the website. He did the best with what I had. Like I said, it was a good conversation I had with the guy. He won't be sending me a bike, that's for sure. To be perfectly honest, you know, if he was going to send me a bike for free and I didn't have any obligations like doing a review on it, I'd be fine with that. I'd love to have one of those bikes. I might buy one. Do I want him to send one and I do a review on it and I owe him something? Nope, I don't want it. So if he calls me up and says, we want to send you a bike, you got to do some reviews on it. No, thank you, David. I don't want it. I just don't think I could ever please you. So I'm good. Like I said, I think the bike's a good bike. Anybody that wants to buy one, go ahead. I don't know that enough about the company. You know, electric bikes, I always say electric, but electric bikes, I recommend them highly. I know their service, they're gonna do whatever it takes to make you happy for the most part. I mean, they bend over backwards. So would I recommend electric bikes? You damn right I will. Any day of the week. Here we go again. I got no lane to turn, but I got to be in this lane. And I'm actually... So guys, the camera died on my chest here, so we're going to end the video here. And thanks for watching. Thank you.